If you're moving to Las Vegas, there's two neighborhoods I know for a fact you've come across in your internet searches, and it's going to be Summerlin and Henderson. Let's talk about it. They are the two most sought after neighborhoods in the Las Vegas Valley, but they offer two completely different lifestyles. Okay, let's start talking about what they are and which one would fit you and your family best. All right, so today we're going to put them up head to head and see which one is going to be best for you. So let's go over schools, housing, lifestyle, amenities, and of course, let's talk about cost of living. So by the end of it, you know exactly which neighborhood is probably going to be best for you and your fit with your family, with your budget, and everything that you're looking for when it comes to relocating here to Las Vegas. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Matt Bergdorf. I'm a real estate agent here in Las Vegas, and I help families relocate into the Las Vegas area. So after they've settled in, I've had a conversation with them. They've always told me the things that they like about where they live. So this list is a real world data and real world encompassment of everything that we've brought together. So let's go over it. First things first is going to be your location and accessibility. Okay, when you're looking at location, where you live will dictate your day-to-day activities. Okay, Henderson, let's just talk about just in general where things are. Henderson is going to be in that south and southeast corner of the Las Vegas Valley. It'll be really close to places like Boulder City and Lake Mead. It'll be closer to the airport, really quick to get there. And Summerlin is going to be on that western border of the Red Rock Canyon on that west side of the Las Vegas Valley. Henderson seems to be about 20-ish minutes away from the Strip. Obviously, it's a little less to that to the airport, where Summerlin is about 25-ish minutes from the Strip and a little longer to get to the airport. So if you're looking for something a little bit more travel-friendly to get to the airport, to get out of town for whatever vacation or wherever you have to go, if it's work-related or whatever, maybe Henderson might be better for you. But again, it all depends on your lifestyle. So let's do a little quick recap. If you want easy access to the airport and maybe to be closer to water sports like Lake Mead and water activities, Henderson's probably going to be your bet. If you're looking for maybe more mountain and urban hiking, things like that, maybe Summerlin is the place for you. All right, so schools. Schools are the second factor when we're looking at Henderson versus Summerlin and what those two things are. Both Henderson and Summerlin have top-rated schools in all of Clark County. Henderson is home to the Green Valley and the Anthem areas. Henderson has always been a family magnet when it comes to schools because of all the great public school options as well as the private school options and the charter school options. But Summerlin is also no slouch. Like you have the Paseos and the Willows and you have the Vistas, and they all have highly rated public schools in those areas. And they also have private and charter options available there as well. But they're typically sprinkled throughout the Summerlin area. So honestly, for families, it really depends on what you are looking for. So it's a tie, exactly even 1-for-1. So it's going to come down to school zone and where the home is, because the home value is going to be determined. The school zone does have a huge effect on some of these home values. So again, it's one of the things I help people with when we have that initial discussion. We start looking at what you're looking for. We can get real deep and dirty about where exactly you want your family to be, and that'll determine the neighborhood we want to be in. Okay, that moves into the next one, neighborhood and housing. So Henderson offers a mix of older homes and newer homes all together with mature trees. So if you think of like Green Valley Ranch, there's always mature trees and deep, thick greenery. Whereas like like that new build fill in Henderson is going to be really like your Cadence, which is the really far east side of Henderson, and Inspirato, which is like really the south side, right off 15 freeway there. So those are the two areas that have lots of new builds and really nicely put together master plan communities. But if we're looking for the same thing In Summerlin, you're going to get a little bit smaller lot size, but they're all going to be newer builds in those areas. This is more of a newer community. So Henderson's going to be a little bit older, a little bit bigger lot sizes, and the match bank communities are, for the newer ones, are going to be like your Cadence and your Inspirata, unless you're looking at the custom homes up in the MacDonald Highlands or in Ascaya. In Summerlin, everything's going to be pretty much newer, if you're especially against that Summerlin West area, the Stonebridge up north. That's where you're going to find your new builds that are going to be more family friendly, but your lot sizes are going to be smaller if we're looking at dollar for dollar cost average. So again, if we go back into what Summerlin is all one neighborhood. It's not a city. So the entire area of Summerlin is one giant master plan community with 25 different villages in there. And all of it has their own different style, from like your family suburban lifestyle all the way up to your luxury multi-million-dollar house. But typically Summerlin tends to be a little bit more modern in its design. So if you like modern urban feel close to nature and hiking, that's your spot. 100%. Let's just push you over there and let's go buy something over there. But if you're drawn to like more of an older style homes with a mixture of older homes and newer homes all together with bigger lot sizes, you might be better off in Henderson. When it comes to lifestyle and amenities, let's talk about what you and your family are going to do on your weekends or even in your afternoon and evenings or summertime, because that will dictate what you're looking into. Because there is a different vibe from Henderson to Summerlin. They're very different vibes. So let's get into it. So Henderson really is like a large, sprawling, suburban family feel. You're going to have parks and walking trails, and you're going to have lots of different neighborhoods. And so it really kind of fits like a big, giant suburbia. And it's going to be closer to like Lake Mead. So people that tend to live on that southeast corner, they're easy to get over there. They always have like boats and sea-doos and jet skis and kayaking, and they fish. So if they like that, if you're more of like that outdoorsy water style, you might be better off being in Henderson. But if you're more of like, I want to have hundreds of miles of walking trails, I want to have nature, I want to get into the Red Rock Canyon, I want to have mountain views a little bit more accessible than you would in Henderson, then Summerlin might be the spot for you. When it comes to like the dining and like life outside of like in the nature side. So there's the district at Green Valley. There's a lot of restaurants and shops and coffee, or just a place to hang out. So you have that right there. For Henderson, there's also the Water Street district on that southeast corner of Henderson, which has a lot of different like breweries and restaurants and really cool shops. And they have views from the second, third, and fourth story of the buildings over there. But if you're looking for something more modern with an upscale feel, there's going to be the downtown area in Summerlin. They have all the different shops. They have the Apple Store. They have different coffee places there. They have restaurants there. They have a lot of different options over there, a little bit more upscale. They have the Red Rock Casino. You have the Las Vegas Aviators, which is the AAA baseball team that is over there. You also have the ice arena where the Gold Knights play. So if you want like the pro sport with like the upscale restaurant and feel in that downtown area, Summerlin might be for you. So if we're looking at a bottom line, if you like more of your water sport, activity, family sprawling neighborhoods with parks and walking trails, Henderson might be the one. But if you're looking for urban, modern, and nature-driven living with some upscale luxury and a little bit of pro sport next to you, you're going to be in that Summerlin side. So cost of living and home prices. Now, everyone questions what the cost of living is in Summerlin versus Henderson. Henderson's single family home typically is a notch below Summerlin's price. So you're looking for both areas. $500,000 is like an entry level price point for a detached single family home, depending on the age of the home and what part of the neighborhood and how big the house is and how big the lot size is. About $500,000 is a good place to start. But for a move-in ready home in a desirable neighborhood, HOA fees in Summerlin are definitely going to be a little higher. You're going to have that master plan fee in every single spot in Summerlin, whereas in Green Valley or in just Henderson in general, you could find some no HOA zones and some places with really cheap HOAs. My neighborhood is $37 a month, so it's really, really cheap. But again, you could find your luxury living like in the Ridges in Summerlin or Red Rock Country Club, but you also could find that here in Henderson as well in the MacDonald Highlands in Ascaya. So neither one is cheap by any stretch of the means. I know I said the entry level is at $500,000, but these homes do tend to hold their value really, really good. Typically, that's because these are areas that are sought after. Because if you talk to someone moving into Vegas, they're typically living in two places. It's Summerlin and it's Henderson. So which one is going to be right for you? So if you want the quieter suburban feel, slightly larger backyards with great schools, quick airport access, and you want to have proximity to Lake Mead for your water fishing, whatever it is, hobby you want to go and do, then Henderson might be the spot for you. If you're looking for just a giant, really well master planned community with modern homes with a modern touch, you have amenities in your neighborhood, such as instant access to Red Rock Canyon. You're close to downtown Summerlin, where you have the Red Rock Casino and all of the restaurants in that downtown area. You also have Tivoli Village, which is a little bit more inland, a little bit more north. Then Summerlin might be the place for you. And so if we compare the two apples to apples, it's a tie. They're both amazing communities. It really depends on you and your lifestyle, because I'm telling you, I've had a client move into Summerlin and a year later they wanted to move to Henderson. They sold their house and they bought in Henderson. So in 1 year they bought and sold and bought back in Henderson. So it just depends. I've had other people in Henderson want to move out to Summerlin. It just depends, what you are looking for. If you want that modern feel and you want to be close to nature, Henderson is probably not your spot. Let's go to Summerlin. If you want to be in the, sprawling family suburbia with lots of parks and close to Lake Mead and easy airport access, then Henderson's right for you. Okay, and to help you with your decision, hit the Calendly link down below. Let's have a Zoom conversation. Let's find out what is best for you and your family. And we could figure out where is best for you. And if not, I have a relocation guide down below. You can click that, get all my information there. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Which community do you think is best? Do you think Henderson is better than Summerlin, or is Summerlin better than Henderson? I want to know down below which one you like better. I'll have a poll as well. I want to see what you guys think and where your heads are at. So that being said, until the next video, let's see you next time.